Hello boys and girls, welcome to Learning English with Benjamin Samuel. Today, conditional sentences type 2. Let's start with an example sentence. If I had a lot of money, I would or I'd travel around the world. This is a conditional sentence type 2. What do you think? When do we use these kinds of sentences? Stop the video, take a sheet of paper and write down what you think. The solution will appear in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Type 2 conditional sentences can be described as what would be if sentences. Was wäre wenn Sätze. They describe what would happen in certain situations that are not very likely to happen. You can even say that it is nearly impossible that these situations occur. If we look at our example sentence, this means: what would happen if I had a lot of money? In fact, I don't have a lot of money. But what would happen in the unlikely event that I, for example, won a lot of money? In this case, I would spend all my money to travel around the world. As with conditional sentences of type 1, the two parts of the sentence are connected in the sense that the if clause provides the unlikely condition which has an effect or consequence in the main clause. As you can see here, we use the simple past in the if clause, whereas we use would plus infinitive in the main clause. As you can see in our example sentence, the short form of would can also be used. The main clause can also appear with could plus infinitive. The German translation would be könnte. Before we will compare conditional sentences of type 1 and 2, be careful with two things. First, always remember that there is no would in the if clause. And second, if you use the personal pronoun I in the if clause, you can use were or was. Both forms can be used here. Before we will end the video, let's see if you have understood the difference between conditional sentences type 1 and 2. Here you can see a little drawing. Can you put type 1 or 2 in the correct place, on the left or right? If you have to repeat the conditional sentences type 1, here's a link to another video I made. Just pause the video and continue with the exercise here. The solution will appear in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Conditional sentences type 1 are more probable to happen. This means that the speaker thinks that there is a good chance that these things will happen. Conditional sentences type 2, however, are less probable to happen or even impossible to occur. The speaker thinks that the situation or actions described in the conditional sentence are very unlikely to happen. The German translations of each conditional sentence type can help you to remember them. Conditional sentences type 1 can be translated as was ist wenn Sätze, whereas conditional type 2 sentences can be described as was wäre wenn Sätze. This is the main difference between these conditional sentences. I hope I could help you with my video. If you didn't understand something, just pause the video or watch it again. You can watch it as many times as you like. So, goodbye and see you in class.